How has the broker fee ban in New York City disrupted pricing? I'm going to give everyone a little bit of data so that you guys could understand what really has happened in the last 6 weeks in New York City rentals. Just so you know, in New York City, around 70% of all residents are renters. So this new ban will either hurt or help the tenants and or landlords. What have we seen? And I want to start off by giving my personal opinion that I am a very free market person. I want to let the market dictate where things are going, from fees to rents. So if we're going to try to manipulate and control broker fees, commissions, rents, sale prices, I do not see a good outcome coming from this policy. And what I do see is that renters and buyers will get hurt by this in the long run. So let me give you a little data into what's been going on in the last 6 weeks. Currently in New York City, if you're a renter and you want to go out looking for a new apartment, unless you hire an exclusive agent to rep you, you will have to sign an agreement saying that you will pay their broker fee. That is not the norm for the last 50 plus years. What's going to happen is a lot of those renters will not have an agreement in place with their broker. What's going to happen is the landlord and the broker, because the landlord hired the broker, will have an agreement. It's called an exclusive right to rent agreement. That means that no other broker could facilitate that transaction. What's going to happen here is very interesting. If the landlord hires the broker and the broker publishes that property on StreetEasy, on RLS, on any MLS site, the tenant will not be incurred any broker fee charges. What's going to happen and what have we seen happen? Landlords have pulled properties off the market, making these off-market properties whisper listings. That way they could get around a loophole and not pay brokers their commission. That will end up hurting the tenant, because then the tenant will have to pay their broker fee plus an inflated rental price, because landlords are trying to get away with any increase that they can. They're in the business of making money. So I want to give you guys a little data, and hopefully this will inform you of what's going on currently in August 2025, which is the busiest time for rental transactions in New York City. In the last year, we've noticed that currently 74% decline in available listings on sites like MLS, RLS, StreetEasy. What happens when the supply goes down and the demand stays high? Pricing goes up. So if you were going to save your broker fee payment of one time, you're going to pay that over a 12-month term. What's going to happen is when you renew, your rent's already high, and landlords are trying to get away with murder now. They're trying to inflate the prices by 10, 15, some of them even 20%. What does that do? Instead of paying a 1-month fee of 8.5%, the landlord is now upping their rental price, and tenants have no other choice but to pay that price, because currently rental vacancies are at 1.5%, which is one of the lowest rental vacancies in all of the United States. What we see here, just looking at the data, it says that vacancy rates are at historic lows. When we don't know what's really on the market, because a lot of these properties are off market because landlords do not want to pay that commission, because in New York City, rents $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, it's pretty normal. It's a big chunk of money for a landlord to just pay out. So they want to do anything possible for them not to pay these very high sums of money. It's making the tenants' budget much tighter. And I've noticed as an investor myself that rents have gone up year over year, 15%. I don't know how sustainable this is, and hopefully this policy was put in place to actually help tenants. But as we're seeing, that's not the reality. So I want to keep you guys informed as much as possible. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll be in touch. If you have any questions, just reach out to me.